right, good morning, boys and girls. So this is your warm-up for today. So I want you to go ahead and take about 4 minutes to solve this. It is asking you what is the total surface area. So remember, this is one of those questions where it asks you for total surface area. So that means that if it's total, you are using all your shapes, okay? So go ahead and pause the video, solve this out, and then come back for your notes. So today's lesson is volume of rectangular prisms. Okay, so we're starting a new concept. Yesterday you had a quick little preview with Desmos. And so today we're starting our lessons. So our objective, I can solve problems involving the volume of rectangular prisms. I can speak with my partner about finding the base of a prism in a thin pair share. Okay. So first of all, our vocabulary, and it says volume. Volume is the amount of blank in a container, or how much of something can blank a container. So the amount of space in a container, or how much of something can fill up a container. So volume, think about it as if you're pouring something like into a cup, or I don't know, into a box, like how much this fits inside of it. So remember, area was the outside of it, or what covers it. Volume is the inside, okay? So volume of a prism. Find the formula on your formula chart. So I want you to take time to look at the formula chart that's on your desk and find the section for volume, and then find the formula for volume of a prism, because we are working with volume of prisms today. Okay, so hopefully you found that, and you're going to see that that formula is V equals capital B H. Okay, so if you notice, this B is different than the B that we've been using in the past lessons. We used a lowercase b. This is a capital B. You're going to see why this is in our next slide. Okay. Okay. So here it says, let's just dissect. So it says V equals capital B, and then the H is kind of hidden by that circle. But so what does this B mean? Okay. So this big B means that it's the area of the base of the prism. So for the capital B, you're going to be finding the area of the base. So it's essentially, it's a formula within a formula. Okay? And the H, it still means the same as in our previous formulas. The H means the height of the prism. Okay? If I moved on too fast, you can pause and rewind. So these are the steps we're going to use to solve our volume formula, our volume problem, sorry. So the very first thing is going to be to shade the base. That's going to help us identify the base, and that's going to help us with our big B, or our capital B, okay? Then you're going to write the formula. So for today, you're only using prism, so you're going to have V equals area of the base times height. The B is the area of the base. You're going to find the area of the base. So you're going to use a formula for the shape that the base is. So if the base is a rectangle, you're going to use a formula for area of a rectangle. If the base is a triangle, you would use a formula for area of a triangle. Okay, but I believe today we're only doing rectangular prisms, so you're going to use the formula for area of a rectangle here. Okay, and then you're going to substitute in your numbers and solve. So once you find the area of the base, you're going to substitute that number into the big B, and then of course the height into the H, and you would just solve your problem. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is your thing, pair, share. How do you know which shape is the base? So take time to think about that. You should know this from when we did surface area. We talked about the different shapes and how we know what then base is with our 3D shapes. Okay. All right, so hopefully you've had time to think about it, maybe even discuss with your friend or your partner. So I know that the base is, so for example, I would know that the base is a rectangle if, because my shape is named or called a rectangular prism. So that tells me that the base is a rectangle. So I know that the base is a rectangle or a triangle based on the name of the shape. Oops. Sorry guys, I'm writing kind of sloppy today. I don't know why. All right. So hopefully you had time to talk about it with your partner. And if you didn't, go ahead and write this response. All right. So this is a we do number 1. So what shape is this? This shape is a rectangular prism. Okay. So since it's a rectangular prism, that means that our base is going to be a rectangle. So this here would be our base. So remember, our first step was said to shade in our base, right? Now we're going to write our formula. So this is our shape. So our formula would be, our volume of prism formula would be V equals area of the base times height. So here we're going to do the area of the base. So that means we're going to find area. And our base is our rectangle. And so what's our formula for area of a rectangle? If you don't know it, go ahead, take time to look at your reference chart under area. Find where it says rectangle, and then it's going to give you the formula. Okay, so if you found it and you said it's BH, you are correct. So now we're going to take our measurements from our shape. Our base would be 6, and our height would be 4. So now we take that and we multiply. Remember, your formulas are tell you to multiply because you have a letter next to a letter, so that means to multiply. So 6 times 4 is 24. Now you're going to take this 24, because that's the area of the base, right? And you're going to plug it into where your B is at. So let's go ahead and rewrite this. So V equals 24 times the height of the prism. And in case you were wondering, this would be the height of the prism. One way to know, oh, sorry. One way to know which one is the height is going to be the measurement that's between the two bases. So if you see that your base is down here, okay, the measurement that connects your two bases, your other base would be here, is your height. So then that means that this is our height because it's what connects the two bases. So our height is going to be 12. So now we can go ahead and solve that, and you would have V equals whatever you get for 24 times 12. So go ahead and solve that. So you should have got 288. So the volume of this shape would be 288 inches cubed, because volume is cubed. You know how area was squared, volume is cubed. So let's go ahead and move on to our next one. So this is a you-do. So you're going to go ahead and solve this one on your own. You can use the steps from the previous one. Okay. Again, what shape is this? A rectangular prism, sorry. Oh. Okay. So you're going to take it and shade your base. Okay. Yeah. Ah, sorry. Oops, sorry, came out all crooked. Why is it coming out so crooked right now? Okay, there it goes. So your base, okay, and then you have your height, okay. So your formula should have been the same. Area of the base times height. Here you have area, okay. It's gonna be the same thing. Area of a rectangle. So again, your formula should have been the same. It should have been A equals base times height. So your base, 25 times 15. Then of course, whatever answer you get here, you take it and you plug it into the area of the base and then multiply by your height. Okay. So I'm not going to finish solving it. You should have solved it on your own or finish solving it. Oops, sorry. Okay, so check for understanding. A student solved the problem below incorrectly. Find the mistake he made when solving, then solve the problem correctly. So it says, the student said, easy, just multiply 6.4 times 0.4, sorry, times 4.0, which is 25.56. Then add 10.5, which is 36.1. So these are the steps that the person did. So he multiplied these two, and it gave him this answer, okay? And then he added this, what was the mistake he made, okay? So you can go back and solve it to see which one was the mistake, okay? You can say that your base is down here. You can't really see it because it's a juice box, but this is your base, okay? And then your height. So tell me what the mistake is. Okay, once you're done with that, you're going to go ahead and move on to your independent practice. Your independent practice is the handout or in Kami. Okay, depending on your teacher. Your teacher may have given you a handout, or they may have just uploaded in Kami. Okay, it is volume of rectangular prisms. If you get stuck, come back to the video and look at the way we solved the we do and how we set up the you do, so that then you can solve the independent practices. Okay, I'm gonna go back and finish solving the you do just in case you are just for extra help. Okay, so we said this was our base, right? And we said that for and we said it was a rectangular prism. Sorry. So that means that our base is a what? A rectangle. So that means you're finding the area of a rectangle. Okay? So you're going to have A equals base times height. And on this one side, you're going to have volume equals area of the base times the height. Okay? So we said on this side, you were multiplying 25 times 15. And then whatever you get here after you multiply these two, you're going to take that and you're going to plug it into your capital V. And you're going to have V equals whatever you carried over from the other side times your height. And we said our height was 45. That is correct. So finish solving the 25 times 15. Whatever you get there, you plug it in here and then you multiply those two numbers. And that will give you your answer. And remember, your answer will be in centimeters cubed. Okay? So this is just to help you with your independent practice. Okay? If you need more help beyond this, go back to the we did do all the way all the way together. So that'll help you. Okay? So go ahead and work on your independent practice. Okay? Have a good day, guys.